Hi, welcome back to Words Matter. So let's share some words. Today, I want to talk to you about the crochet blanket that I made for my dad. I've been working on it and I finished it today. This is it, if you want to see. Right next to it is my cat. I learned a couple of things making this blanket. First off, I learned that when you want to give a gift to someone, you need to think about that person and what they like. And my dad, he likes the Saints. So that's why I decided to go with a Saints blanket. In good times and bad, he's always rooting for them. He's a supporter of them. And I like that. It reminds me of how we need to support one another in life through the good and in the bad. So I went and I looked up, found a little graph of the Saints. And I decided that's what I was going to do because I can do a thing called crochet by graph. And the thing is, this wasn't an exact pattern for a blanket. Sometimes I get an exact pattern for a blanket and it makes it a little bit easier. But this, I at least knew I was going to do the graph. Now, the graph reminded me about the fact that I had to have a plan. And so the graph tells me exactly what I need to do to get the result that I want. And in times in life, we need to think about what we want to do so we can do what we need to do to get the result. If we need to lose weight, we need to exercise, we need to eat right, if that's what we're trying to achieve to get that result that we want, right? So think about what you want to do and do what you have to do to get the result that you want. I thought about when I was doing the blanket also how the graph is complicated, so I had to set realistic goals. I set a goal of finishing 10 rows of crochet a week. And to give you an idea, when I do crochet by graph, I only want to do like 10 rows a week, but the part that's not a graph, that's just like straight black or straight white, I can accomplish over 20 rows in one day without a problem. So when it's more complicated, you got to give yourself time. In life, whenever things get complicated, whenever you have a loss of a job, whenever someone passes away, whenever you go through any kind of hardship like a breakup, you have to give yourself time to process all that and to get through all that. And the parts of the blanket that were the graph reminded me of how in life we have to give ourselves time to process things that are complicated. It's going to take longer to get through those things that have really affected us, that are complicated in our lives. It's going to take us more time, but that's okay. It's still going to accomplish whatever God has for us, and God's going to use it for a bigger purpose, and He's got a plan in mind. So give yourself time to process things that you have to process. Remember that life is complicated sometimes, and you're not meant to go through and heal in one day. It doesn't work that way. Give yourself time to get through the stuff that's complicated. The last thing that I learned doing this was that I had to have endurance, which I did, and having those goals helped me to have the endurance that I needed to have because I knew what I needed to achieve, I knew what I needed to do. So whenever you're trying to accomplish something, remember to set goals and endure in order to meet those goals so that you can get the final result that you want. And now I have a wonderful gift to give my dad because I endured through all those weeks of crocheting and I kept the goal in mind. I kept the plan in mind. I kept the fact that this is a special gift to my dad in mind. And it helped me to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. Remember, guys, if there's something that you want to do in your life, have a plan and set some goals, endure to the end, accomplish what needs to accomplish. If things get complicated, it's okay. Give it some extra time. I'll see you later. See you next time. Bye.